Okay, looks like we are live. Hello, everyone. How you guys doing today? Good afternoon. Thank you guys for tuning in today. I am Ryan McCrary, CEO and founder of McCrary Financial Solutions and president of the McCrary Financial School. Get a few minutes for some people to jump on. Let me share it on a couple other platforms. If you come on, please share. Please share this information on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, whatever social media platform you are on. Also, please put comments down, questions down. I wanted this to be more of like a Q&A session. I didn't put really anything in the title. Didn't have any, main topics I wanted to discuss. So if you have any questions, just please put them in there, type them in there. Also type what, city you're from. That's how we build engagement. That's how we build engagement. That's how we beat the Facebook algorithm by sharing, liking, commenting. So if you have any financial questions, business questions, whatever the case may be, please type them in there. Again, also type where you are tuning in from. I love that people always hit me up from literally all over the country, all over the country. So just type your city in and wherever you're coming in from. Again, if you have any financial questions or business questions, whatever the case may be, please type them in. Again, I'm Ryan McCrary, CEO and founder of McCrary Financial Solutions and president of the McCrary Financial School. We provide financial solutions through digital marketing, entrepreneurship, and financial literacy. So again, if you come on, please share. Please share. That is how we beat the Facebook algorithm, by engagement, liking, sharing, hearts, smiley face, whatever the case may be. Also, whatever city you're coming in from. Also, if you watch us on the replay, please type in replay down at the bottom. Please type in replay down at the bottom. But the main things that I did kind of want to talk about, I had a Q&A session with my students last night. And one of the main things we were talking about is, number one, Apple. Apple is about to be $1 trillion company. Apple's about to be $1 trillion company. It's going to be the first $1 trillion company in history. The first $1 trillion company in history. Apple is on set. I think they said they're only 100 billion away, only 100 billion away from being the first $1 trillion company. So if you don't have any Apple stock, you may want to consider purchasing some Apple stock. Again, if you don't have any Apple stock, you may want to consider purchasing Apple stock because it's going to be the first $1 trillion company. The first $1 trillion company is about to be Apple. I thought it would have been Amazon. I thought it might have been Google, but they say Apple was about to be the first $1 trillion company. They're only $100 billion away. Only $100 billion away, and the share is only, I think, 175 a share. I think it's only 175 a share. So for everybody that went out to see Black Panther 2, 3, 4, 5 times, also make sure you are buying shares of stock. Also, make sure you're buying shares of stock. Don't just go to see Black Panther. It's okay. We want to support Black Panther. Absolutely. But at the same time, you also need to be investing for your children, investing for your future. So again, if you just jumped on, please share. Please share this on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. That's how this message gets out. This is how we build Black media. It's how we have dialogue, conversations that everybody can, relate to. Again, type a comment in, question in, also where you're from. People hit me up from all over, from London to Africa to Jamaica to LA to California, Washington State, DC, Atlanta, wherever. So wherever you are from, please shout your city out so I can shout you out. Again, if you have any questions, financial questions, business questions, whatever the case may be. But again, so the main thing that like I said, caught my eye was Apple is about to be the first $1 trillion company in history. First $1 trillion company in history. So if you don't have any Apple stock, you may want to consider purchasing some Apple stock. I think it's only 175 a share. Last time I checked, I think it was 175. So if you went to see Black Panther 5 times, but you don't got Apple stock because you're going to have equity in a $1 trillion company, you tripping. Trevor, Bronx, New York. Shout out to the Bronx. What's up, Trev? Shout out to the Bronx. The Bronx been showing a lot of love. A lot of people been hitting me up from the Bronx lately. So shout out to the Bronx. Shout out to the whole New York. Shout out to the whole East Coast, brother Dre. What's going on? That's my main man. New York, Harlem, Yonkers, everything. I fuck with the whole New York. Every borough, every part. I got a little bit of family in New York. Whole East Coast, we repping East Coast, New York, down south, LA, wherever it is. As long as you want to support black business, as long as you want to see black excellence, as long as you don't want to see black people begging and borrowing all the time, like, no, we can build our own. If you think black people are broke, all you got to do is look at Black Panther. Black Panther is a prime example that black people are not broke. Seriously. So I don't want to hear anything about black people not having money. Seriously, like I'm great. I'm happy that everyone's excited. I saw it. I liked the movie. It was great. But at the same time, what if we put that same time and energy and money into supporting our own businesses, building our own schools, real schools, not where you get asked for donations and you collect $1 million and then you don't even answer questions about the school. Not that type of school. A real school, we can really put our money together, build our own school, educate our own children, support our own businesses, hire our own people, fund our own, projects. So we don't got to go to a bank or a VC or whatever. We can just go to other people in the community that see the vision and they have the resources. Ebony, yes. How you doing, Queen? Dre, not broke. Follow dress codes. Yes, absolutely. Number 1 and 2. And we could probably name about 20 of them. Seriously, we could probably name about 20 of them. But yes, we are not broke. You can't have Jordans on your feet and say you broke. So anytime I'm in the hood and I see somebody and they always like, oh, I ain't got no money, bro. I go to that, I pull up in a gas station, somebody's out front there asking for money, whatever case may be, but they might got Jordans or Nikes on their feet. I'm like, yo, you tripping. Or somebody, I'll pull up to another store, somebody trying to sell me their mixtape, whatever the case may be, like, oh, I ain't got no money, bro. Can you help me out? Oh, I got to get on the train. Like, yo, it's money out here. It's money out here. You got to go and get it. You got to go and get it. It's not going to come to you. We support when we want to. The movie showed all. Yes, exactly. You hit that shit nail on the head. Like seriously. That's what I'm saying. So, like, going forward, the future lies in our own hands. I'm sorry. The future lies in our own hands. So no more. We don't have to ask or beg. We have to complain about Trump or Obama or whatever the case may be. 2020 is coming up very soon. It's going to be another election. I don't want to hear no Democrats or people always talking about, well, let's go to the Democratic Party. Let's worry about this. And we need more jobs. No, we fuck the government. We can do it ourselves. Hey, bro, Ryan, we are broke in wealth, assets, and business owners. Yes, we are. That's because we don't practice group economics and we don't put money into assets. So we would rather give $1 billion to Disney because we like entertainment, because it feels good to go to see Black Panther, to see black people on the big screen, to put the dashikis on. It feels good to take our kids and do that. But we don't see it as, we did just give $1 billion to a company. So while they're trying to collect money, we're just worried about going to see a movie. And they're saying, okay, we, black people just want to go see a movie. They want to be entertained, but we want to build generational wealth. So that's why we put, a strategic plan together, a whole marketing plan. Black Panther, we're going to hire all black cast to market to black people because we know they're going to come out in droves and we're going to make billions of dollars and they're going to feel good because there are more blacks in Hollywood. We can only get rich if we come together and build together. Yeah, absolutely. Like, seriously, but Black Panther, like Dre said, that showed, that showed the power that we have, the power of the black dollar. The black dollar is very, very powerful, but we give it away too easily. All of our films are created by white studios. We need to build our own. Yeah, absolutely. Definitely. That is why, I know Dr. Boyce is vigilant on like building real black Hollywood, where we create our own, we write our own films, create our own films, shoot our own films, and then market and distribute our own films. So we don't have to depend on anybody. So it can be truly a black movie. Black Panther is great. We loved it, but it's not truly a real black movie. It's not truly a real black movie because majority of the proceeds are not going to black people. So if it was a real black movie, again, it would be created by us, shot by us, filmed by us, written by us, and then marketed by us, distributed and owned by us, and then that's how we truly have a true black film and have it really get back. Just like Hidden Colors, 1804, all the other ones, Resurrecting Black Wall Street, all the black films. They released a movie in February. Exactly. Black History. It's all marketing. It's all marketing. That's what we don't understand. A lot of us don't understand. It all just come back to business and marketing. So they are marketing geniuses. They know they're marketing geniuses. And this is just the beginning. It's going to be another Black Panther or Killmonger in another movie or whatever. This is going to be a franchise. Like, seriously, like they literally just made history. This is going to go down in history, just like Rocky or whatever the case may be, or, those big movies, Star Wars. After the first Star Wars, how many other Star Wars were there? Now there's like a Star Wars that comes out like every 4 months. There's a new Star Wars because they know it's going to make money. It's not personal. So again, if anybody has any comments or questions or whatever the case may be, I didn't have any specific topics that I really wanted to discuss today. Nothing, really big caught my eye lately. Just of course the Black Panther stuff. I seen Apple's about to be $1 trillion company. So if you don't have Apple stock, make sure you get Apple stock. I think it's $175 a share, only $175 a share. Also, the new IPOs that'll be coming out, the companies that will be going public, I think is Uber, Airbnb, and Spotify. I think those are the next ones to go public. The last big IPO was like Snapchat, or there's other ones since then, but that was like the biggest one lately was Snapchat. But those are the next ones that will be coming up. I think it's Airbnb, Uber, and Spotify. Those are the ones you want to look out for in the future. Don't trip off of white studios because we didn't come together to create our movies. We can't complain if we aren't willing to do it. We should be taking notes and building. Yeah, absolutely. That's why, like me, like I don't complain. I don't say like, oh, well, I'm mad that Disney made all that movie or Marvel made all that money. I'm not mad. I understand business, and I understand. Like I'm the type that doesn't get mad. Like Kaepernick, if they don't want him in the NFL. Okay, we built our own league. I'm not the type to be like sitting out protesting, trying to get locked up and demonstrate. I'm like, no. I see people like going to jail, talking about black immigrants and stuff like that. Like, I'm not judging whatever the case may be. But number one, immigration is not a black issue. So I see a lot of people talking about immigration and black issues and all the case may be. That's not a black issue. If you understand the real history of immigration, it does not help black people. So DACA and all that stuff, everybody trying to side with DACA and other people, like we need our own issues. Stop trying to lump black people in with everybody else. Next up, Wrinkles in Time, being marketed to blacks. Yeah, absolutely. That's because they know that we as black people, not all of us, but a lot of us, we consume entertainment too much. Black people consume entertainment more than any other race. Black people consume entertainment more than any other race. So they know that. They know when a big movie comes out, all black cast, whatever the case may be, we're going to be lining up in droves. I think the movie is still sold out. If you want to go today, it's probably still sold out. Still sold out. What about the black Airbnb sites and trip planning sites? We should be, yeah, we definitely should. I know there is like a black Airbnb. If anybody knows, but I think I did hear of it or seen it before. If anybody knows that specific website, please put it in. Let's share it. I'll share it. Everybody else share it. Because we do. There's so many like other even like black apps. There's a new app I was looking at. It's called Spoke Hub. Spoke Hub. It's kind of like the WhatsApp, where they have like different hubs. You can engage in different conversations. But it's actually black created. It's a black owned app, and it's great. It's really, really good. It's kind of like the WhatsApp. It's called Spoke Hub. So a couple people just joined. If you're just joining, please share. Please share on all platforms. Drop a comment in, like, hearts, whatever the case may be. If you want to follow me on other platforms, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. youtube.com/Ryan McCrary, youtube.com/Ryan McCrary. Also on Instagram as My Own Boss 87, My Own Boss 87, and then finally on Twitter, it's Ryan McCrary 87, Ryan McCrary 87. We also have new financially literate T-shirts in stock. So if you want to get that, you want to support the financial literacy movement, you can get one of the T-shirts. I think we just printed like 50 new ones. They're about to be sold out already. So if you want to get that, I'll drop a link in the comment if you want to get that. If anybody has any other questions or comments, but like I said, with Black Panther, that just shows the resources we have. That just shows the resources we have. So, of course, we don't have the wealth. We don't have the business. We don't have the ownership, but we can have it. We can have it. It's up to us, especially millennials and the younger people. It's up to us to make the sacrifice for the next generation. It's up to us to make the sacrifice for the next generation, because now they're going to be looking back and say, okay, you guys gave all these companies billions of dollars over the years, and what do we got? We just got superheroes in a movie, but we need real superheroes. We need real Black wealth. That's what we need, real Black wealth. Black Airbnb. Okay, great. Yeah, we definitely need to all support that. We need to use that. Good combo. Thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in. Again, if you haven't shared already, please share. Please share this on all platforms. Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, share it in Facebook group, Facebook business page, if you have a Facebook fan page, whatever the case may be. Also, just keep the comments rolling. That's how we beat the Facebook algorithms. That's how we beat the Facebook algorithms, because Facebook algorithms are changing so rapidly. It's hard to get engagement. It's hard to get a big reach. So that's why it's imperative that you guys share, like, comment, hearts, whatever the case may be, because we got to beat the algorithm. We got to have these messages out. We got to have this dialogue, because nobody else is really having this kind of dialogue. All people are put on mainstream media, all they're saying how great the Black Panther is, which is great. But at the same time, I'm like, man, listen, if we just harness that $1 billion or $100 million, whatever the case may be, into our community, just think about how powerful that would be. And my position is, it doesn't have to be either or. It doesn't have to be, oh, if I go see Black Panther, I can't, practice group economics, I can't build wealth, I can't put money into investments. Or if I put money into investments, I can't go and have fun. I can't go and be entertained. I can't go see Black Panther. I'm not saying it got to be either or. I'm saying it can be both, and it needs to be both. But what we see oftentimes, it's more of the entertainment than the actual tangible stuff that's really going to help us in the future. Stuff that's really going to help us in the future, because this is a prime example of just show you the power of the Black dollar. Any big movie that comes out that is marketed to Black people, we see how much money is just being sucked out of our hands. Literally, how many of us got paid on that Friday and spent hundreds of dollars to see Black Panther, but we didn't put no money in a savings account. We didn't put no money in an investment account. We didn't put any money in a business. We didn't buy any property, anything like that. Let's build our own real Wakanda. Yes, absolutely. Let's build our own real Wakanda. Like, we can do it. So like I said, how many of you, if you got paid or you got your money with to see Black Panther, did you also put money in a savings account? Let me know. Did you? If you did, that's great. If you didn't, why not? Why not? 70% of all Americans have 1,000 or less in savings. 70%. That's not even Black. The numbers for Blacks is probably even higher. That's just Americans in general. So if you put 1,500 into a savings account, you are further than 70% of all Americans. 70% of all Americans, if you have 1,500 in a savings account, then 34% of all Americans have no savings at all. So if you have $100 in a savings account, you are ahead of 34% of Americans. That is scary. We spend $1.4 trillion as a people. Yeah, absolutely. We do. And what do we have to show for it? That's the thing. What do we have to show for it? We only own 1/2 of 1% of the nation's wealth. 1/2 of 1%, not even a percent. 1/2 of 1% of wealth. Why? Because we have $1.4 trillion of spending power, but where does it go? Where does it go? Does it go into a trust fund or a real estate investment trust or some type of monetary fund or some type of fund to build an economic base for the community? No. Where does it go? It goes into entertainment. It goes into, the local stores that aren't Black owned. It goes to the corporations. It goes to the Walmarts, the Targets, all the case may be, the Amazons, the Apples, the Nikes, and it keeps going on and on and on and on. That's where the money is going, and we need to harness that money. That's all I'm saying is we need to harness that money and keep it in-house, just like every other community does. Every other community does. The Arabs or the Asians or the Greeks or the Italians or whatever it is, the Jews, you see what they do. You see what they do. If an Arab or an Asian needs to open a business, they don't most of the time have to go to the bank. They don't have to go to the bank. They can go to family members or people they know, or I know they probably have some type of trust or whatever the case may be, some economic base. They can go to the economic base and they can get capital. They can get capital because they understand the power in ownership. They understand the power in ownership. And a lot of us Black folks, we don't talk about ownership. We don't talk about equity. We talk about income, but we don't talk about equity. A lot of people talk about how much money you make, or my job pays me this much, or I make this amount of salary. Okay, but there's levels to that. That's like on a lower level. A higher level is owning assets. So what do you own? What properties do you own? What businesses do you own? What investments do you own? What stocks do you own? What crypto do you own? What gold do you own? Whatever the case may be. So we need to be talking about equity, ownership, saying, okay, went to see Black Panther, but okay, I also bought shares of stock in Disney. So saying, okay, we want to see Black Panther, we want to be entertained, but at the same time, we want to have some ownership. So every person that went to see Black Panther, just think about if every person that went to see Black Panther also bought 10 shares of stock in the company, think about as Black people how much ownership we could have in Disney. So if every person that went to see Black Panther, every person that went to see every family, whatever the case may be, and they also bought 10 shares of stock in Disney, so how much ownership would we have collectively? But no one's talking about that. No one's thinking about that. All we're doing is taking pictures on Instagram and our dashikis talking about Wakanda Forever, which is great. But at the same time, we need real Black Panthers. We need real Wakanda. We need real ownership. We need real ownership. So I challenge everybody, if you go see Black Panther or if you saw Black Panther, also buy 10 shares of stock in the company, Disney. I think they're only like $100 a share last time I checked. I don't know the exact price now. 102. So 102. If you got your income tax refund, take $1,000. So that's 10 shares of stock and go buy Disney. And then in 6 months, a year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, see how much that's worth. And don't just put the $1,000 in. I want you to also put money in on a regular basis. So take $1,000 from your income tax money or your savings money or your bonus or your paycheck, go buy 10 shares of stock in Disney, and then also buy a share every time you get paid, or at least once a month. So put $1,000 in and then put $100 a month in. Come to me after 10 years and see how much money you have. I bet you have a lot of money from only starting with 1,000, doing 100 a month, plus compound interest. Your kids will definitely thank you later. Trust me. Commercial real estate, home ownership, international trade and investments, we need to do that. Yes, we need to do all that. We need to do all that. People talk to me all the time. I have a lot of consultations. I meet with my students regularly in my online school. And then what I tell them is, my job is not to tell you what to buy, pick this, pick that. I just want to lay out information and tell you what's out here, because there are many, many, many different assets for you to invest in. You can invest in so many assets, but you need to be thinking about it. You need to be talking about it. You need to be having a wealth building mindset. Wealth building financial literacy is 90% mindset. Once you have your mind right, then you see the world is yours. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. You can buy whatever you want. If you want to buy a house, you want to buy a duplex, you want to buy commercial real estate, an apartment building. All right, it may take you some time, it may take you some years, it may take some sacrifice, but you can do it. As long as you have your mind right and you're thinking about it, you can do it. Investments, international trade, whatever the case may be, you want to start a business, you want to be an entrepreneur, you can do it, but you got to have the mindset. You got to have your mind right. So if you only have an employee paycheck mindset, it's going to be hard for you to transition to an entrepreneur. A lot of people want to be entrepreneurs, but they don't have the mindset. Being an entrepreneur is a lot about mindset, not just like running a business or knowing business. It starts with having the right mindset, understanding entrepreneurship, understanding business, understanding how it works, understanding what capital is, understanding what money is. A lot of people don't even really understand what money is. A lot of people understand that money is not just money, it's capital. You know, money is not just cash. Money can be a lot of different things. You can have a lot of wealth, but you can have no cash, no liquid. So if I own 10 properties, I may have a lot of wealth, but I may not have any liquid cash. So you may say, you know, you may come to me and say, let me borrow $1,000. I ain't got $1,000 to give you. Oh, you broke. I ain't broke, but I got 10 properties. So a person with a limited wealth and financial mindset, they may say, oh, he ain't got no money. He broke. He ain't got $1,000. He ain't got no cash. He ain't got no money. But someone who understands wealth will understand, okay, he may not have a lot of liquid cash. He may not have a lot of money or cash, but he has 10 properties and they have the ability to appreciate. He can go get equity. He can go get a equity. He can go get collateral from the bank. He can sell a property and then get money. But a lot of people only look at it from that one perspective of cash. If I have a lot of money, if I have a lot of cash, I have a lot of money. Or I have a nice car, I have a lot of money. Or I have a big house, I have a lot of money. It's levels to that. So once you get your mind right, you understand that cash is one part of wealth, and then there's actually assets, properties, whatever the case may be. But all that can be used as capital. All that can be used as capital. Africa is another place to build a franchise, absolutely, and just buying land. I know people that are buying land in Ghana. I want to get to Africa myself. I still never been to Africa. Still never been to Africa. I would love to go to Africa, but yeah, that is a great comment. But yeah, Africa. There's a lot of opportunity in Africa. That is why all the other people are over there. The Chinese are over there. The Europeans been over there fighting for resources because they know there's resources over there. There's resources over there, and we as African Americans, and that is what I do think Black Panther did speak to, which was good, the relationship between Africa and African Americans and how we need to come together and use that to our advantage. Because you see other people like an Asian or Chinese, whatever the case may be, you tell a Chinese person, forget China, don't go back to China, don't talk to your relatives, don't do business with them. They're going to look at you like you're crazy. But a lot of Black people will say, oh, we're not worried about Africa. You're not doing business with Africa. We'd rather do business with white people or Europeans or another race. But we don't want to talk about the relationship that we can have with Africa to build an empire together. No other race does that. So we need to tighten up. We need to pull our resources and truly work together. So if anybody has any last questions or comments, please type them in. I don't want this video to be super long. Again, if you just came on, please share if you haven't shared already. Share it on all platforms. Again, if you do watch this on a replay, type a comment in, a question in. I'll come back and reply to your question, or comment, whatever the case may be. Anything you guys need help with, just let me know. Financially, business-wise. Okay, do you think it is smart to make money from YouTube, like starting a channel? Definitely start to do that. It definitely is smart to do that. Just know, it's just harder to make money on YouTube than it used to be. YouTube or Google that owns YouTube, they changed their algorithm a little bit. So it makes it a lot harder to monetize. So you're going to need a lot of subscribers. You're going to need a lot of views. And it's going to be hard to grow that organically. You can definitely, spend money on advertising, buy some Google AdWords to really boost your channel, really get an advertising campaign to really get more subscribers, get more views, stuff like that. But definitely, yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, any ways to make money, legit, of course, but any ways to make money. But also, YouTube can be used just to get your message out there. So I would suggest don't just use YouTube to make money, to monetize. Number one, like I said, it's going to be hard, especially organically. Unless you have a nice advertising budget, it's going to be difficult. But to get the best bang for your buck and use the best resources, use that as a way to get your message out to the people. So, before, and I'll talk about this a lot, it's just a direct to consumer relationship. So, before, if you wanted to be a motivational speaker or a coach or whatever the case may be, or a cook or anything, a teacher, you usually would have to go through a higher up, a gatekeeper, and say, okay, put me on TV to have a cooking show. Put me on, the circuit to be a motivational speaker or a coach or whatever the case may be. Now you don't have to ask anybody. A YouTube channel is free. There's billions and billions of people on YouTube. I think it's the biggest platform besides Facebook where people are on there actively. And it's free, and you can get your message out to the world, and you don't have to ask anybody. You can go live. You can, do videos or whatever you want. You can get your message out to the world. Whatever you want to offer to the world, you can do via YouTube or Facebook Live or Periscope Live, Snapchat, whatever the case may be. So I would just use it to that advantage if that's what you're seeking. But I mean, it's definitely smart to make money from YouTube if you can. Absolutely, definitely. Okay, so if anybody has any last questions or comments, Ebony, okay, Uber, Lyft, and Amazon Flex is good to make extra money, to build wealth, and help to invest. Definitely, definitely. And the good thing about like Uber and Lyft, probably Amazon Flex too as well, you can do it when you want. So with Uber, you can do it whenever you want. You're not tied to a desk. You're not tied to a boss. If you go out and do 10 rides and you want to go home, you turn your app off. If you go out and you want to do one ride and you want to go home, turn your app off. If you don't want to work today, if you don't want to work this week, turn the app off or don't turn the app on. Or if you want to go in and say, all right, today I want to make a whole bunch of money. I want to work 12 hours, 14 hours, 16 hours. You can go in and you have the ability to do that. But the main thing is, like you said, Ebony, when you get that money, what are you doing with it? That's one of the main things with financial literacy. A lot of people just worry about making money. It's not just about making money. It's when you make the money, what are you doing with it? What are you doing? It's not just about making money. So many people are talking about, oh, I made this money, or he makes this, or they make that. It's not just about making money. That's another level to financial literacy, that when you really understand wealth and financial literacy at a higher level, you understand it's not just about making money. Because Uber, as an example, Uber makes a lot of money. But at the same time, Uber makes no money because they're not profitable. Uber is not a profitable company. They still have yet to turn a profit. So they're not making any money, but they're making a lot of money, if you understand that. So they make hundreds of millions, I guess billions, I don't know the exact figures, but they make a lot of money because you see Uber is taking over. You go in any city and call an Uber, there's Ubers all over. You drive in Center City, Philly, there's Ubers all over, Lyfts all over. So Uber is making money, but at the same time, they're not netting any money. They're not making a profit. They're not profitable. So it's not just about making money. Companies can make $100 million, but if it costs you $200 million to make $100 million, you're not making any money. So it costs Uber a lot more money to make the money that they're making. Trev, for Forex market is a place we don't exist in enough. Yeah, the foreign exchange. Yeah, I agree. And that's even me personally. I don't even know too much about Forex. I still have to do my homework and do my investing, just diversify. So that is something we definitely need to be aware of. If you got some jewels about that, feel free to drop them. If you want to do a video about it, we can do that. Email me. Because, yeah, Forex, a lot of people talk about Forex, people talking about Forex, but that is something that I need to do my own research on because I don't even know too much about it. I don't have any foreign exchange investments currently, just domestic and, business stuff. But that is, a great point. And like I said before, we just need to be in something. We need to put information out there. And so it said there's Forex, there's domestic stocks, there's real estate, there's Bitcoin, there's gold, there's entrepreneurship. I see all these assets, but I like Forex and I like crypto. I'm gonna just rock with that. I'm gonna put my money into that. I'm gonna build my portfolio. I'm gonna, build other things. I'm gonna diversify, and that's what I like. Somebody might come in and say, okay, I like real estate. I'm gonna go in real estate. I want to flip some properties. I want to, own some properties so I can get residual income. I want to get a duplex. I want to live for free. That's my asset. I'll diversify stuff like that. That's good. I just think we need to lay all the things on the table, and people need to come in with the investor mindset and just buy up assets, buy up investments, and start building wealth. I have talked to so many foreigners and whites that drive Uber and take that money to invest and build with their own people. Absolutely. I agree. Yeah. The last Uber ride I was in, I think it was an Arab guy. He was a very nice guy, very cool guy. And that's what he was talking about. He was talking about, I think he used to drive a cab. So he said, I'm not doing that anymore. All the money I get, we build with their own people. We put it together. So if someone wants a store, we can bankroll the store. We have some equity in the store. So now someone can run the store. I have a equity stake in the store and they can run it while I'm doing Uber, whatever the case may be, but I'm still making money because I own that asset. And now the person that runs the store, they have access to capital. They have access to resources. In NYC, there are like 4 companies for cabs. Uber is the worst for drivers. The best are Juno and Lyft. Okay, that's good. We will talk about it tomorrow. It's going to have the Forex as part of the program dropping in the spring. Okay, great. Yeah, definitely. We can definitely do it tomorrow. Yeah, we can definitely. My bad. We can definitely do it tomorrow. Yeah, we can definitely. We can definitely do it tomorrow. On our thing that we're doing tomorrow night. But yeah, if you do use Uber, the case may be, use that money to invest. Use that money to invest. And like I always say, with investing now, there's no excuse. There's no excuse because there's apps. There's apps where you can do as little as $5, $10 and just start building wealth. You can start building wealth with $5, $10. So there's no excuse. Like I said, comes back to mindset. Mindset. There's no reason why every person on here or watching this or gonna watch this shouldn't have ownership in something. There's no reason why. There's apps literally where you can invest $5 a day, a week, whatever the case may be. You can even get it to invest your spare change. So if you spend $10.50, they'll put the extra 50 into an investment portfolio. So over time, that money adds up. That money adds up. All that spare change that you get in your hand, or you put in your piggy bank, you can have that go into an investment account. So instead of going into a savings account where you get no interest, you can have it go into an investment account that's going to grow. I don't believe in everything that Jay-Z says, but I agree that we should buy art and buy the neighborhood. Yes, definitely. Definitely. I mean, it's all about, break it down. It's very easy. Guns and butter. Buying things that appreciate versus things that don't appreciate. So like Jay-Z says, instead of buying, lavish things, whatever the case may be, if you buy art, usually that's going to appreciate. If you buy, blocks or property, real estate, usually that's going to appreciate. So don't die over the neighborhood that your mama renting. Take that drug money and buy the neighborhood. That's how you rinse it. Rinse and repeat. So a lot of people, of course, people in the hood, street life, people dying and killing each other over block. This my block. This don't sell on my block. Don't hustle on my block. We're going to shoot you. You come down my block, whatever. I see you bust a sale on my block. We're going to shoot you. But at the end of the day, that's not your block. You don't own that block. Do you own all the properties? Do you own the corner store? Whatever the case may be. So Jay's saying, all right, instead of all that mentality, the street mentality, which of course a lot of us came up under that. We didn't know no better. But now instead of that, so let's take that drug money that we were making and let's just go buy all the properties, all the abandoned buildings, all the stores, all the vacant lots. Let's just go buy them up. And now we own the neighborhood. And like you said, you rent it, of course, I don't encourage money laundering, but, that's just a good way to say, okay, now this is my block. So I own this block. I own the properties, the vacant lots, the store on the corner. I own that. We can fix them up. Now we can gentrify our own hood. So we don't got to have white people or other people come in and buy it up and then, raise the property value, raise the rates to live where we can't live and we got to move out. We can do it ourselves. Black gentrification. We can gentrify our own neighborhood, go in, buy the block, fix it up, and rent out to our own people at an affordable rate. And then we rinse and repeat. We rinse and repeat. And that's when you really own the block. That's when you really own the neighborhood. So it's all about having the wealth building mindset. The wealth building mindset is everything. The wealth building mindset is everything. Jennifer, how you doing, Queen? Good to see you here. Again, if you just came on, please share, please like, hearts, drop a comment in. That is how we get and beat the Facebook algorithm. So more people to see this video. If you like this video, if you like what I'm saying, if you think this information is valuable, helpful to the people, put a like up, put a heart up, put a comment up, because that increases engagement and that increases the reach, the views, whatever the case may be. That's how Facebook works. Facebook used to be able, give you a lot of engagement, a lot of reach organically. But now Mark Zuckerberg just said, I think earlier in the year or a few weeks ago, they're changing the algorithm. For what reason, I don't know, but they're changing the algorithm. So now it's going to be harder to get engagement, harder to get a reach, harder to build on social media. So that's why we need you to engage, like, share, comment, whatever the case may be. Again, if you watch this on the replay, type a comment in, whatever the case may be, and then I'll come back, or a question, I'll come back and answer it. I'll follow up any way I can help, because my job is to help. My job is to help. I've been in these corporate buildings. I've been in these boardrooms. I've been in these insurance companies. They don't give a fuck about Black people. They're not worrying about that. They know we just want to see go see Black Panther. We don't care, not all of us, of course, but collectively, we don't care about getting the $1 million life insurance policies, because we would rather go spend that premium money to go see Black Panther. They know that we're not really worrying about buying stocks and investing and building generational wealth, building up estates and trust accounts. They know that. They know that. They know we'd rather go see 2 Chainz at the concert. They know that. So me, I've been in those buildings. We are good at building others' wealth, but not our own. Exactly. We build wealth for every other community. Every other community. All you got to do, look out. If you live in a Black neighborhood, all you got to do is go outside. Just go outside. Go outside, get off the internet, go outside and go to the local store in your neighborhood. See what color they are. Let me know. Are they Asian, they Hispanic, they Arab, they Indian? And just look and just stand in front of the store and just see how much money goes into that store. I remember when I was at a Chinese store. If you're in Philly, you know Danny Watt is in Southwest Philly, 58 from Baltimore. So one time I went there with my aunt to get some chicken wings, and we had to wait like 20 minutes. And I literally just watched, just analyzed. And I watched how much money came in and out the store. I just sat back and watched. Like, we ordered some wings. I didn't even want to go there, but she did, so I took her. And we waited for, like I said, 20 minutes, and I just literally watched. I just sat back and watched how much money came in and out of the store. And I was like, damn, we in the middle of the hood. People ain't got no money. They say we broke, whatever the case may be, no resources. But I'm looking how much money is going into that store. And I'm looking at who's behind the counter. It was about 15 Chinese people. And no disrespect to them. I ain't mad at them. They're making money. Listen, I ain't mad at them. A lot of people may hate, so they need to hire us. Listen, I'm not mad at them. They do what they do, whatever. But I'm looking and seeing, okay, 15 of their own people behind the register. They hire their own, whatever, they bill for their own. And I'm looking how many Black people were coming in and out of the store. And I'm like, okay, and I was there for 20 minutes. So imagine if I was in front of the store just one day, how much money they make. Literally how much money they make from chicken wings and Chinese food. And that's just one store. There's a store in every corner. That's just one store. So if you don't think we build wealth for other communities, all you gotta do is go outside. Just go outside and go into your neighborhood and see who is running the neighborhood. Who's running the economy in the neighborhood? Who's running the businesses in the neighborhood? Who's running it? I know you got your local politicians, but they ain't got real power because they don't have economic power. They ain't got. That's why a lot of Asians don't vote. They don't gotta vote. What do they gotta vote for? They got Chinatown. They got their own banks. They got stores. They got capital. They got group economics. They got people that'll support them. Why the hell do we need to vote? So a lot of them don't vote because they know voting is trumped by economics. No pun intended. Joseph, how you doing, King? Good to see you here. African people first and forever, of course. 1.2 trillion in spending power annually. We have zero excuses. Zero excuses. We have negative excuses. No fucking excuses. No fucking excuses. The Jews are people that we can take notes on. They took the reparations and built, absolutely, and we deserve reparations. They own all the movie studios. They are doing what we have to do. Yes, absolutely. And yeah, listen, I'm not mad at the Jews. They got the reparations. Of course, black people, we are owed reparations. There's no debate. There's no argument. If you don't think black people are owed reparations, you don't know history. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. So get out of here. But the Jews, they took the reparations. They got reparations from America, and it didn't even happen in America. Just think about that. The Jews got reparations from the United States, and the Holocaust didn't even happen in the United States, but they still got reparations. So if you don't think black folks should get reparations, and I don't think it'll ever come, not in my lifetime, I don't think it will come, but we definitely deserve it. We definitely deserve it. Build our own economies and institutions. Yes, we just got to build our own. We got to build our own, and we can build our own. We can build our own because we just built $1 billion for Disney and Marvel. So just think, if we could get that engaged about supporting black businesses, just think, if we could get that engaged. So everybody that went to see the movie 6 times, did you go support a black business 6 times as well? Let me know. You might have, which is great, but let me know if you didn't. Did you build your own? Let me know. Did you go out and support a black business as fast as you went to go support Black Panther? That is the stuff we need to be doing. Because you see, like the Jews, for example, the Jewish community, they know if someone gets, wealth or whatever the case may be, if someone makes it, if you don't come back and support the community, we're not going to support you. Us, we're the opposite. We'll support you even more. We'll worship you. Even though you don't do nothing for the community, we'll worship you. But the Jews, they know that if someone makes it and you don't get back to the community, you don't get back to the synagogue, we're not going to support you. We're not going to support you. We don't want reparations as a people because we view it as a handout, which is sad. Yes, it's not a handout when you pay back something that you owed. You know, if you owe somebody, if you stole wealth, Black Wall Street, many stories of black wealth being stolen, free labor for 400 years. And if you're just paid back what you owe, that's not a handout. I think we can get it, King, if enough of like-minded queens and kings like you push forward the issue. Yes, absolutely. Yes, haven't seen the movie yet, but support black business daily. Yes. That's what I want to hear. That is what I want to hear. Support black businesses daily. Before you go see the Black Panther. Because you don't know how much that money can help that black family or that black business. That's what a lot of us don't understand. And a lot of people that push back on that and say, oh, it's for all people. Well, I don't just support black. I support everybody. Or it doesn't matter to me if they're black. I support a good company. Yeah, I'm not saying to buy black just because to buy black. No, if it's not a good company, don't buy. Don't spend your money with a company that's not a good company. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that same money that you would spend to Airbnb, go on the black website. That money that you would spend at Vistaprint, go to the black printer. That money that you would spend with whoever, the Gap or Old Navy, go to a black store and buy some clothes from that store. That's all I'm saying. $1 billion of black dollars gave to Disney and Marvel. Yes, yeah, it's crazy. $1 billion, probably gonna be more. It's definitely gonna be more. We are owed that, Queen, absolutely. And write good Yelp reviews, yes. And write good Yelp reviews, yes, absolutely. So then you can go on and say, I went to this black business, it was great. Or if it wasn't great, it wasn't. But if it was, share that. Don't just go there once and never go again. Never share it. Never try to get people to the store, whatever the case may be. Don't do that. Don't do that. There's a group of Vietnamese here in New Orleans. They have their own business district, Wall Street. Exactly. And I want you as a black person. So all I'm saying is just flip the script. So if you're saying it don't matter, black businesses, whatever case may be, okay, go and put a store into that Vietnamese district and see how fast you go out of business. see how fast you go out of business because they're not going to support you. And I ain't mad at them. They support their own. But if they come into the Black community, you see how fast we support them with no questions asked. No questions asked, no trying to get a discount, no trying to get free this, free that. We just support them. But when a Black business comes, oh, can I get two, can I get 2 for $5? Can I get half off? Can I get 50% off? Or can I, bring my brother in too and we come together, so can we get it off half price? No, stop doing that. That's another reason why it's hard for Black businesses to flourish, because too many people want stuff for free. Too many people want stuff for free. Too many people want the hookup, whatever the case may be. No, go give double to that Black business than what you should pay, because they need it more. They need it more. So go give double. If it's a $50 tab, go give 75. Go give 80. They never have to come shop in the city. They have their own, which is what they must do. Group economics. Yes, absolutely. They have their own. They have their own. They support their own. So again, if you just came on, please share. If you haven't shared already, please share. Please share. This is how this information gets out. Having a lot of great dialogue. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for the questions and comments and all being on the same page. I love being around like-minded individuals, people that get it. We're going to build the future because we get it. We get it. We're going to train our kids to get it. We're going to train our kids to think like investors and understand the importance of supporting their own. All I'm saying is common sense. Supporting your own is common sense. It's not rocket science. It's not trying to twist your arm. It's just common sense. Support your own. Support the people that look like you, because every other race does it. So any last questions or comments? Also, we have new apparel. So if you want to support the financially literate movement, we have brand new apparel that just came in. So if you want to support the movement, you can do that. I'm going to drop the website in. Brand new financially literate t-shirts. Fresh out the pack, fresh out the box. So if you want to support the movement, you can do that. I think that's the last thing. Our Ebony says, every month I support Black businesses, especially True Laundry Detergent. Yes, which is created by some Black brothers in Atlanta. Yes, True. I love True. I got to get some more True myself. But yeah, True, they doing the damn thing. Never asked for a discount with Black businesses support. Oh, yes. Be purchasing. Okay, great. Yep, purchasing. Thank you, King. And anybody that purchases, also, I'm going to throw in a free gift, free offer. Anybody that does purchase by tonight at 11:59 p.m. Eastern time will also get a free 30-minute consultation from me. Free 30-minute consultation from me, so you can pick my brain on whatever you want. I know a lot of information about business and online sales and marketing, entrepreneurship, finance, wealth, investing, whatever the case may be. Or, you can use that time to actually, go over business goals, build out a strategy, marketing strategy, sales strategy, whatever the case may be. I'll give you a free 30-minute consultation also when you purchase a shirt, only by tonight, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we got brand new, like I said, brand new, fresh out the pack, fresh out the box. Got people all over wearing them. Dr. Boyce Watkins has been wearing the shirts, been supporting heavy. I know Andre Hatcher has his shirt. I think he has a different color. So if you want to support, the link's down there. And also, if you do watch this on the replay, watch it now. If you want, you have access to a free 30-minute consultation also. So I'll send you the link to book that. And don't worry about the fee that's attached. I'll waive it for you. And I know who they are because I'm going to check the dashboard. I'm going to check who was on, who was engaged. And if you do it tomorrow, it's going to be too late. Only till 11:59 Eastern time to get the also free consultation. If you just want the shirt, you can still get the shirt. But I just want to add that free gift because I'm trying to help. Black-owned battery company just launched. Yes, I think Sharif did that. It's actually crazy because when Sharif was in Philly, I think November, he was in Philly. That's what he told me. He showed me the picture like, yo, I'm about to do something crazy. And I didn't even share it with anybody, didn't tell anybody at the time. He was like, I'm about to launch a Black-owned battery company. And I was like, what? He showed me the picture. I was like, that shit looks dope. So I think that is Sharif that did that. Yeah, we definitely must build. Yeah, I forget the name of the company. Like, I believe, I'm pretty sure Sharif developed it and did it. I don't know if he owns it 100%, but I believe it's his. I think it was like Alkaline, maybe something like that. It might have been the name of the company. If you go on WeBuyBlack.com, someone type that, WeBuyBlack.com. Yeah, that is it. If you just go on Ebony, if you just go on WeBuyBlack.com, it should have it there. It should be there. Let me take a quick search. It should be there. The black-owned battery company. I know True's there. But yeah, it should be. If you can't find it, it should be on We Buy Black, or they may have their own separate website. Shout out to We Buy Black too. They're doing amazing things. And I Buy Black. Also, I also am a part of I Buy Black. So I Buy Black is another company that I'm a part of. We're doing amazing things. We're looking to partner with Sharif. We already partnered with Boyce Watkins Enterprises. So a lot of great things coming. Yeah, We Buy Black is definitely the Black Amazon. Definitely the Black Amazon. Sharif is a billionaire in the making. So that's my man. I support him. He support me. So that's what we got to be around, like-minded people. Like-minded people. People that understand the value in supporting each other, where you don't have to force them and try to talk them into. They already get it. They already get it because they know that it's common sense. They know that it's common sense. So again, if anybody has any last questions or comments, Joseph, Ebony, everybody, Jennifer, everybody else that's been tuning in, been watching, been supporting, been commenting, been liking, been sharing. Again, if you want to get one of the t-shirts, we have a fresh box. I love to send them out all over. Just support the financial literacy movement because, like I said, and I'm gonna close with this. I've been in those buildings. So a lot of people, they may not have experienced working in corporate America. They may not experience, being around multimillionaires, being around people that have real wealth. I've been around that. I've been around that. So all you got to do, if you don't believe me, go into your local bank and go ask for a loan. Go into your local bank and, get that line of credit. Go into that insurance company and, really get that policy that you really want. Go into those buildings and see the lack of Black representation. See that they're truly building wealth. I've seen wealth at a very high level. That is why, for me, it's like you can't pull the wool over my eyes. You can't tell me it's not money out here. Going to pray. Okay, great. Joseph said it right down to you in New Orleans. Whitney just tuned in from New Orleans. Shout out to New Orleans, man. New Orleans definitely be supporting heavy. I got to get down there. I only been down there once. I got to go back. But yeah, thank you for purchasing, King. But yeah, there's a nationwide conference educating our folks, video or in person. Will there be a nationwide conferences on educating our folks? What do you mean, Queen? Yeah, what do you mean exactly? Like I was saying, I've been in those buildings. So I've seen wealth at a very high level. So it's not like something that someone told me about generational wealth. It's not just like me reading about it, which I do a lot of reading. It's me seeing it up close in person. It's me talking to multi-millionaires on a daily basis. If me, placing trades and doing transactions where I've literally seen money go from one account to a bank account. Literally. So I've done transactions when I've seen 150,000 cash go into someone's bank account in 2 days. Like literally, and they're talking to them like, oh, it's nothing. That's only 150,000. Like, oh, it's nothing. I'm gonna just give it to my kids for the wedding or the case may be. Oh, that's nothing. But us, $150 is a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? So I've seen it at a very high level. So you can't tell me it's not money out here. It's just a lack of information. That's what it comes down to. Financial education. Do you mean nationwide conferences? Yeah. I mean, that's part of kind of what like the All Black National Convention is. It's not just like, financial education. It's more so, political stuff. All Black issues, basically. Financial, of course, economics is a part of it. But that's, kind of what you can say like a national conference where it's for Black people, owned by Black people, about Black issues, no other issues, not LGBT issues, no disrespect to anybody, not immigrant issues, not diversity issues, not people of color issues, multicultural issues. No, talking about black issues. Black issues when it comes to education. Black issues when it comes to mass incarceration. Black issues when it comes to black wealth. All that type of stuff. We have a duty and obligation to build our own institutions and industries. Absolutely. A lot of our folks don't understand financial literacy. We need more. Yes, that is exactly why I started my school. That is exactly why I started my school, financial literacy. Because, like I said, I've seen it, I've done it, I've lived it, I've worked in it, I've experienced it, everything. So I'm like, yo, I gotta give the information to the people. Like, I'm sorry, I can't just be some token that rose up in the corporate ladder and gets a corner office that shares all the secrets and everything with the black community and say, oh, be like me. You can be like me. I got, up the corporate ladder, be like me. No, I'm like, yo, I learned like all this information for 5 years. I want to share this with y'all. It's not as hard as y'all think. You can buy a share of stock for $50. A share of stock in Nike is less than the Jordans. A share of stock in Apple is less than the phone. But you got to have your mind right. You got to have your mind right. And we also going to be putting out a children's financial literacy course because I see the value in teaching the babies. See the value in teaching the babies. So that's another thing I was just adamant about, like putting together some type of curriculum or course for the, kids like, 6 to like 13, 14, of all the financial topics you should know. What is a stock? What is a bond? What is a stockbroker? What is capital? What is dividend? What is entrepreneurship? All that type of stuff. What is cryptocurrency? So that's another thing we got to do is teach the children. A lot of us, we got this information late. We got it late, maybe in our 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, or older. We may have got it late, but that's okay because we can still pass it on. Pass it on to your children, or if we have nieces or nephews, whatever the case may be. Appreciate the knowledge. Yes, of course. And also, yeah, if you guys want to get the free financial literacy course that I have in my school, let me put the link down there for you. Like I said, it's just a free course. It's just a financial literacy guide. Also, please share it with others. Invite your family members, whoever to come in. You can get that free course as well. Let me see. We some courses did in Los Angeles and it was packed. We need more financial education, but we need a plan to talk about people. Yeah, absolutely. See, and what I've noticed, like a lot of the problem is we don't see value in it. Like we don't see value in it. Like it's not that sexy. So trying to promote a financial literacy event is not as sexy as if Lil Wayne comes to town. You know what I'm saying? So that's just what I see. I just see a lot of us, like Dr. Boyce or whoever, whoever's in the financial space that's for Black people. It's one thing if you're in the financial industry, you're saying, oh, this is for everybody. We just want to get everybody included, everybody as one. Yeah, you'll get the push, from the mainstream media or whatever the case may be. You'll get that push. But when you say this is specifically financial literacy, education, improvement for the empowerment of Black people, that's when it's like, we don't want to give you that push. We're not going to let you in with the athletes. We're not going to let you in with the entertainers. We're not going to let you in with the celebrities and the other people that have platforms and stuff like that, because we don't want Black people to truly be financially empowered. We may give them a good job. We may give them a good salary, good position. We may put them on a basketball team, but we don't want them really having billions of dollars of capital to themselves that they own, that they can do damage with, that they can stop, Black dollars coming into those corporations, Black dollars from coming into other ethnic groups. They don't want to see that. They don't want us to build our own Black Panther, because then we'll put them out of business. So they'll say, okay, we'll hire an all Black cast. We'll pay them each $1 million. Okay, so that's 20, 30, 50, 50 million out of our $500 million budget. We'll pay them. But then on the back end, we'll make $10 billion because we put some people up in Hollywood and we gave them some jobs. That is what they want. They don't want us to go out and say, okay, no, you guys go out and build your own Black Panther, have your own movie, hire your own actors and make that billion to yourself. They don't want that. They don't want us to do that. Okay, redeem the time. Yep, we have to value financial information. Absolutely. Dr. Claude, Dr. Boyce Watkins. Yes, those is my mans. I love how Dr. Boyce is now bringing Dr. Anderson on like every week. Yo, if you don't watch those videos, watch those videos. Dr. Claude Anderson, he's the original triple OG. Like, seriously, I'm telling you, like, he dropped so many jewels, so much knowledge. I actually got a chance to meet him one time in Baltimore, and he was a real cool dude, real cool old head. He just be speaking facts, like real shit. It's not about getting mad or stuff like that. He just give you the facts. He's like, I'm just giving you the history. I'm just giving you the facts. These are the facts about black, issues. Black issues never were addressed. The Constitution was not written for you. It was not wrote for you. So if you say we got our rights or you want to protest police brutality, he says, yo, the Constitution was not wrote for you. It was not written for black people. So you have no legs to stand on. You can't protest or whatever about gun rights or political issues or killing black people, because when this country was developed, it was not for us. It was not for you. So the law, if we say we got the law on our side, we need protection under the law. The law was not wrote for black people. So you have no legs to stand on. So you have to know that. So you can say, okay, we know the law wasn't wrote for us, but we understand American capitalism. So we know it's trumped by money. So let's just build our own money. Then we can have whatever the fuck we want. Yeah, exactly. Super facts. Exactly. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. Like, seriously. That's all I'm saying. Just know the information. Know the information out here. Because I see a lot of people out here, especially, like the protests and the Black Lives Matter movement. Like, that stuff is good. Absolutely. Like, I don't look down on that. It's not really my thing. I'm not really with the marching and the protesting. That hasn't got us anywhere in 500 years. But I just see a lot of that going on. But you got to understand, a lot of that was funded by white people. That's what a lot of people don't understand. Like, the Black Lives Matter, that's not a real black organization. And so many people don't even know that. People are saying Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. I'm like, all right, Black Lives Matter is cool, but that wasn't started by black people. You know that, right? People are like, oh, really? Like, yeah, do your homework. You ever heard of George Soros? He's a white billionaire that started Black Lives Matter. So Black Lives Matter is not a black movement. They're not about hating. It's just about speaking facts. So that's why CNN and MSNBC, they'll put Black Lives Matter on TV. They'll put it on TV because they know it's not true black empowerment, because it wasn't started by black people. So a lot of other, people you see out here from like the Justice League or the Urban League, whatever the case may be, go out there and protest and then standing in and going to jail, whatever the case may be. Not all of them, but a lot of them were funded by white people. A lot of them were funded by white people. NAACP, they're a slave to white corporations. If you watch the NAACP Image Awards, whatever the case may be, what are they going to say? Sponsored by Ford, sponsored by McDonald's, sponsored by Walmart, all that stuff. That's not funded by black people. So once you're a slave to those corporations, they can change the narrative. They can change the agenda. Dr. Anderson spits fire. Yes, he definitely does. Dr. Anderson, that's a living legend. Like, seriously, they're not going to put him on mainstream media. You're not going to see Dr. Claude Anderson on mainstream media. It's not going to happen because he speaks facts. And there's a reason behind that. There's a reason why they're not going to put him on mainstream media. But you have to know that. You have to know that. You can't go to Van Jones or whoever the case may be, Bakari Sellers, and say they're speaking up for black people. They're not speaking for real black empowerment. And Dr. Anderson is speaking for real black empowerment. And he said that CBC, the Congressional Black Caucus, he goes to make a presentation about reparations. They hide in the bathroom. So all them John Lewis, like you say, I see somebody's comment, John Lewis, or whatever the case may be, when he goes to talk about reparations, they hide in the bathroom. You need to hook up with Robert Lewis, who was giving loans to black people. Yes, I would love to. Send me the information, Queen, please. Send me the information. I would love to. Depends. We weren't known, but we're filled the room with folks that wanted info on commercial real estate, investing, building wealth. Yeah, we use social media advertising at Black Stars. So yes, I agree. I agree, yes. And we need more of that. And there are a lot of people getting engaged, a lot of people that want to talk about this. Absolutely. I just want to see more of it. As soon as we line up for a Jay-Z concert, let's line up for the same amount of people for the financial empowerment seminar. That's all I'm saying. Black Lives Matter was started by George Soros. Yes, it was. That's a lot of people don't know that. A lot of people don't know that. It was started by a white billionaire. No disrespect to him. Like, all right, whatever. But like, that's not a true black movement. Like, seriously. So a lot of people saying Black Lives Matter, we love Black Lives Matter. Like, all right, Black Lives Matter is cool, but that's not a real black movement. Where is Black Lives Matter headquarters? That's a good question. I think it may be in New York. Let me take a look. If I had to guess, I would say New York. I don't know if I can find it. I don't know if it says. Yeah, I don't know if it says, but I think it. If I had to guess, I would say New York. If I had to guess, it's not real. It's definitely not real. You need to hook up with Robert. Yeah, it was say yeah. Said Robert Lewis. Man, you're talking everything. I think he was yeah. Like so I wasn't even expecting to really go in like this today, but y'all got me started because I'm passionate about these issues. Definitely facts. Thank you, Ebony, for dropping that link. I'll go back and get it. Thank you. Cowards on Capitol Hill. Yes, absolutely. So yeah, when he said that, I was like, all these black folks, all these CBC people, all the black bourgeoisie, the black upper class, they talking all this shit. And then he goes in there talk about reparations. And he said it's not even on more. He said morally, of course, for old reparations, whatever. He said this is illegally. This is a legal issue. Legally, it's on paper that a treaty. Legally, black people are owed reparations. It's not about morally, whatever case it may be, legally. And he said the CBC still won't support him. When he goes to make a presentation at the Capitol, they go hide in the bathroom. What type of shit is that? Like, seriously, we need to call them out on that. We need to call them out on that. Like, yo, we ain't supporting you no more unless we talk about real black issues. You don't support Dr. Anderson, we ain't supporting you. He said a lot of people, even people like Nas, people that we love, Nas and Lauryn Hill, and we love them. They went around and did the Powernomics tour trying to push, Dr. Claude Anderson's message and his books, which is good, but they don't put no money up. Like, y'all ain't putting no money up. Like, come on, y'all making all this money off tours and shows, and Nas and Lauryn Hill making money for 20, 30 years off, music and other stuff, but they won't put any money up to support the claim for reparations for black people. So that was that has me like, okay, we support y'all. When someone comes to town, we go into the concert, no problem. But y'all can't put money up so black people can get reparations. That is how you know a lot of them are controlled by white people. And that upsets me because I love Nas. Love Nas. Nas is one of my favorite rappers. But just seeing that, you won't even put any money up? Like, come on, man. A lot of frauds out here. We are ashamed of asking for reparations. Absolutely. They want to beg and hold hands while with white America, that's, yeah. Exactly. You hit that nail on the head. They want to hold hands. They want to walk up Selma, with Obama and John Lewis and Michelle Obama and say, we should overcome or we did overcome. That's great, but go into the hood and see how much we overcame. Not that much. See how dilapidated a lot of neighborhoods are. See that we still don't have any wealth. See that, our school system is still real fucked up. Like, seriously. All you gotta do is go to neighborhoods and look. Wait, seriously? Never knew that. What? Oh, what you talking about? You talking about Nas? Yeah, I mean, Dr. Anderson said that. Go watch the video. Yeah, he said like they did the Powernomics tour, which was great. He said, but when it comes to putting money up, they don't put no money up. They don't put no money. He said they ain't give no money to the Harvest Institute. I'm glad you put the website down there, King. HarvestInstitute.org. They ain't putting no money up. So y'all millionaires making millions of dollars, but y'all can't put no money up for Dr. Anderson. He said we paying hundreds of thousands of dollars in lawyer fees, but we got black celebrities that won't put any money up. That's crazy. We haven't overcome shit. No, we haven't. Jamaica is ahead more than us. They got a reparation bill. Yes, they definitely are. They definitely are. Jennifer, symbolic tokenism. Yes, that's exactly what it comes down to. That's exactly what it comes down to. It comes down to tokenism and symbolism. So Obama, we love Obama. Absolutely. God forbid saying anything about Obama. But at the end of the day, that was symbolism. That was symbolism. It looked good, but realistically, what did it do for black people? Like realistically, I'm talking about realistically, real issues. Education-wise, the school systems are as bad as they ever been. Mass incarceration, yeah, Obama did go to visit the prisons. I give him that. Tip my hat to that. I seen the interview and the documentary. That was great. It let some people out. Great. But it's still a big problem with mass incarceration. We know that. Other economically, what did Obama ever talk about? The wealth gap? Did he ever talk about, black unemployment? No, he talked about unemployment for everybody. So if we fix unemployment for everybody, it'll trickle down to black people. No, that is not the way we're going to have real change in our community. Seriously. Tokenism, symbolism, no. So, like I said, Black Panther, in my opinion, is an example of tokenism, in my opinion, because if you see, like, I watched a lot of the interviews of the cast members, and they're saying, people, they had a petition saying 25% of all proceeds from Black Panther should go to the Black community, should go to Black businesses. And a lot of people that were in the movie, the Chadwicks and Coogler, I don't know about him specifically, but I've seen Chadwick's interview. A lot of them were saying, well, don't worry about getting 25% and giving Black businesses, whatever the case may be. The real win is now there's more Black people that will get jobs in Hollywood, and now we're getting, more movie stuff like that. To me, that's tokenism. So saying, okay, 15 Black actors, they're going to be put in the limelight. They're going to get more opportunity. They're going to get more offers. They're going to make more money. But the millions and millions of Black people that came out to support the film, they're not going to get any fruits. They can't even get 20%, whatever the case may be, for real change. But we're going to look to the Black elite, the Black celebrities that were in the movie. They win, so that's a win for the community. No, that's not a win for the community. That's a win for them. It's not a win for the masses of Black people. Okay. Didn't know that. Can you ask crazy? Yeah, it's crazy. Black celebs are scared to lose their white support. Yep, and absolutely. And what Dr. Anderson said, he said a lot of them, their accountant is white. So they're not really allowed to give money like that because the person who does their books is a white person. So, my bad, somebody keep calling me. So, what he was saying is a lot of the Black entertainers, most Black entertainers and stuff like that, their books are done by white people. So they're not really allowed to give money to issues that will really impact Black people. They'll get issues for multiculturalism or women's rights or diversity or whatever the case may be. But when it's an issue directly, specifically for Black people, they're not allowed to do that. Okay, let me see. Too many Blacks want to be token Negroes. Absolutely, they can have it. We rather build our own. Yes, I'm cut from the cloth or just build your own. Obama was a feel-good president for Black America. Exactly. He looked good. He got swag. He looked good on Ebony. He looked good on Essence. He looked good in the White House. But did he protect Black boys from being killed innocently by the police? No. When they were killed by the police, was there justice? No. Did he speak out about it? No. Yeah, it's a local issue, but at the end of the day, you can make it a national issue. You can really send, national people into those communities if you really care. Did he do that? No. Obama was great for symbolism. A Black Panther never really helped Black people. Absolutely. Divesting scared sacred cows. No one is above reproach. Absolutely. Everybody in LGBT issues. Yeah, that they lumped us all together. Exactly. Nothing but tokenism. Disney only donated $1 million to the Boys and Girls Club, which benefit every race. Now, exactly. I'm glad you said that. Ebony, because I heard that the other day on the radio. And see that is something that we have to be aware of. We have to talk about. We got to analyze, because on the radio, they're ready to pop bottles. Look, they gave $1 million to the Boys and Girl Club. Now it's going to impact people of color, not Black people, people of color. So that's great. Disney gave that great donation. It's going to help out the communities. Now that's great. They're giving back. But that's because a lot of us don't understand the current political climate. We don't understand how it really works. We don't understand benign neglect. We don't understand that. So we have to understand that we need stuff that's going to specifically speak to Black issues. No other issues but Black issues. But people on the radio, which is controlled by corporate media, usually controlled by Democratic Party, they're not allowed to say the $1 million was great, but we need that to specifically go to Black people. We're just happy that it went to people of color or the diversity clause or multiculturalism, whatever the case may be, we need to recognize that that was not specifically for us, and they're not allowed to give stuff specifically for us. So we got to build our own, but we can't celebrate that. We can't say we're going to pop bottles because of that, because that was not for us. It's going to be watered down, and a lot of it probably won't go to just black people. No, it's not. Nope. Obama just sung a Negro spiritual in the black church, at the black church after the last got killed in South Carolina. Absolutely. That is crazy. You see that. All he got to do is sing a Negro spiritual, sway back and forth at the black church, Hillary Clinton come in there and get some barbecue chicken or some fried chicken and some hot sauce, and now they're down for the black community. Bill Clinton can go on Arsenio Hall show and play the saxophone. Now he's the first black president. Symbolism, no structure, no policy. What policy? Let me know. And it's not a bash on Obama, but let me know. What policy did he put in place for black people? Let me know. If there's probably might be one I don't know of, let me know. A lot of people, my aunt works at Cheney University, which is HBCU. A lot of black people said he cut a lot of funding for HBCUs. That's what I've heard. I didn't do my research specifically, but a lot of people said he cut a lot of funding for HBCUs. Now, what specific policy did he put in place for black people? Not people of color, not women, for black people. Let me know. Let me know. Read the article yesterday, Queen. Yep, we should be demanding Disney to do more since we truly supported Black Panther, or we won't support any more films. Exactly. We should. I agree 100%. Unfortunately, I doubt it's going to happen because we're not in the majority. Us speaking here, you see there's only 3-4 people watching. It should be 400 people watching. But if it was some coon video or if it was some other type of video, I would probably have 400 people watching. If it was some ratchet video or some other video about entertainment, not talking about real issues, not talking about real substance, it probably would have 400 people on live instead of just 4. So that's why collectively, we're not going to be able to do that because majority of us just want to see Black Panther. We want to be entertained. We don't care about coming together and truly practicing group economics, but we got to practice group economics. We got to support our own. So that's pretty much it for today. I went a lot longer than I was scheduled to go, but I want to thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, please share. This is how this information gets out to the people. We had a great discussion today. Great dialogue. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't shared already, please share. Please like, please comment, put a heart up. That's how we beat the algorithm. That is how we get more engagement. That's how we get more reach. That's how we get more views. If you come in and watch the replay, please drop a comment in, a like in, a heart in, a question in. I'll come back and respond. I'll come back and answer it. If you want to engage in the dialogue we had or drop any other comments, any other things we should be talking about, please drop them in. And lastly, we have the new bunch of financially literate t-shirts. Fresh box just came in stock. So if you want to support the financially literate movement, you can go to the website. You can go to the website. I'll put the website again in the chat if you want to support the financially literate movement, because I'm here for Black people, nobody else. For us, like I said, I've been in situations, corporate America, otherwise, and I've seen how wealth is being accumulated, wealth being created, and we all need to get on board. We need to get on board this wave. So thank you guys again for tuning in. Thank you guys for the great dialogue, the great conversation. If you have any more, questions, anything, you can email me, info@ryanjmccrary.com, info@ryanjmccrary.com. I hope everyone has a great day and a great weekend.